sort of affected us, but hopefully it doesn't affect the players and we can get on and get a good win today.
Let's hope so. A win would be the perfect way to start the year, of course. Now, 3 games we've had to miss due to them being postponed. Of course, really disappointing. We miss watching Everton play, but it will have given us, time to get a few bodies back in. That's got to be a positive, hasn't it?
Yeah, and, the kids done fantastic at Chelsea. I was there, and it's a learning curve for everybody. But as you say, that little bit, more days to get players back. It's what it's all about. And as I say today, we need to capitalise on it. We've missed out on the games. Goodison, as you know, the Arsenal game was absolutely fantastic. The 12th man, the supporters played their part. I don't think it'll be any different today, but we need to, as I say, get them 3 points.
We've got to, haven't we? As you said, the Chelsea game back at Stamford Bridge a few weeks ago, the squad that we put out, we saw Ellis Sims start, we saw Anthony Gordon, we saw Jared Branthwaite, who was on the score sheet, Onyango, all these players that came in, John Joe Kenny as well, and they really did well for themselves, didn't they? They've probably given the manager something they had to go in there because we were low on numbers, but they've probably given the manager a little something to think about, some of them.
Yeah, I've always said with the kids, you sink or swim, and our kids certainly on that game, swam across the channel, and it's lovely to see. I mean, the heartbeat of any club. I've come through the academy myself, but in our day it was called apprenticeship, and it's for me, it's the heartbeat. As I say, it's young boys coming through, playing for the club that they love, and any young player that comes to the club, you get it very quickly, and lovely to see them. As I say, to get that result. I've been at Chelsea many years, and games where we've done fabulous, and there's been a deflection, there's been a last-minute goal, injury time, but everyone as a man did their job.
Absolutely. Well, I must admit, watching that game, I wasn't there as you were, Ronnie, but when Chelsea went ahead, I was so gutted because I thought, this team's defended so well, they've been so well drilled, so well organised. And then a few moments later, up the other end of the pitch, we get a free kick, young Anthony Gordon with an exceptional delivery, and then Jared Branthwaite with a tidy finish as well. It was great to see those two involved in the goal, wasn't it?
Well, it was, and again, he wasn't fazed by the occasion. You've got to grasp it, and they certainly did. And as you said, obviously I used to play wide, and any free kicks or corners I used to take. Anthony's been sort of very unlucky not to get on the score sheet, but then if you can get an assist, that's what it's about. And as you've said, we've got a young centre-half comes into the side and he ends up scoring. Does it get much better? And, the supporters, as always, travel, the breadth of the country, but you've always got to get something out of games like that. We certainly did, and as I say, putting bodies on the line and playing some good football as well.
That's what we want to see, isn't it, Ronnie? And obviously, you mentioned there before as well, the Arsenal game, the 2-1, last minute, Damari Gray rocket. I think Richarlison had 2 goals scratched off in that game, so he showed excellent desire in that to come through and get the win. Followed that up with a really disappointing performance and result against Palace. But then, against Chelsea, although we didn't get the 3 points, it's kind of gives us a bit of confidence again, hasn't it, going there and getting such a positive result and showing that mindset as well that, never say die. They didn't quit. They fought till the end and managed to get a good result off a really good side.
Yeah, and as you say, it's consistency, and we need that mentality every game. You're not going to play the best every game, but you see teams come out, battle to the last minute. If you stay in the game, you can get that result. And we certainly did at Chelsea, and don't forget they're European champions. At the end of the day, it's not where you're going to a lesser club and you think, yeah, we've nicked the result. After we scored as well, the coming together of the players. You've got to have it in any club, but that dressing room is a bit special, and if you can get it where everyone is singing the same song off the same hymn sheet, you're in with a shout. And as I say, I'm looking forward to today, because the Arsenal game, as I say, is Goodison for me. It's a bare pit. Let's do it again, and hopefully a game what side Rafa Benitez picks can go out and get that much needed win that we need.
Oh, let's hope so. As I said before, it'd be the perfect way to start the year, wouldn't it? Obviously, we've got a few games in hand as well on other clubs now, so you want to start clawing points back. And I've looked at our next run of games, the next sort of 5. I look at them, and I don't want to speak too soon, but they look... It's a friendlier run, we shall say, than what we've been on recently. They're all winnable games, with bodies back in the squad, new players coming in January as well. We could really try and kick on now, couldn't we, and get back to where we want to be.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, again, it's more options for Benitez. We've got a left back in now. You're jockeying for a position. You want to keep that shirt, you want to stay in as a regular. You've got young lads there now who've got that passion and the desire for the club. They want to stay in, and as you've mentioned, over getting the sort of the Dominic Calvert-Lewins or the Richarlisons back into the team, we can go for it, and it's no pie in the sky. 2 wins and you're flying, and as you've said, with the sort of the fixture run, On paper, it looks like we can get it. And results at Chelsea just backs that up, is that we can get results at the so-called top six. And again, a Goodison can make it, Fortress Goodison again. And hopefully from the Arsenal game, it's a new year. Let's get off to a winning start.
Let's make sure we do that. That's exactly what we want from the Blues today, is 3 points. And you mentioned him there, Dominic Calvert-Lewin. We've seen him arriving today. How big is it to have him back in the squad?
No, I think it's massive. And as you say, your better players out the side. You've got to bring other players in, and no disrespect to them players, maybe not have the quality or experience. And his goals, any team will tell you, your main goal scorer is out the side, you're going to struggle. And that's it now, is a massive boost. But as I say, we don't want to do a Brentford where we're getting, a decent result and then the next game we're not. We've got to capitalise on who's back. The team that plays today, and get them 3 points, and again sets us up really nicely then for the coming fixtures that are over the next couple of weeks are winnable.
Absolutely. Well, are you going for a win today, Ronnie?
I'm going for a win, no two ways about it, and I'm going for 2-0, and can Dominic Calvert-Lewin write the script and maybe get that goal. But 40,000 people here, I'll be wishing he's at least on the score sheet, and hopefully we'll get them 3 points.
Yeah, always a pleasure to have Ronnie Goodless on the show. Fantastic to speak to him earlier. But now we have just moments until the team news is revealed. Will we see a return of Dominic Calvert-Lewin? Will we see some of the youngsters that played against Chelsea a few weeks ago? We're looking forward to seeing this one. It's Everton versus Brighton, and that team news is just around the corner now. So bear with us, we'll have it to you before anybody else. 40 seconds, I've just been told that we have till the team news. So yeah, it's a massive, massive game today. Obviously, we've missed massively having Everton to watch throughout our Christmas and festive period. But we are back today. Let's hope that we kick 2022 off with a win. Countdown is on, 10 seconds now, and here is your Everton team. And the home team to face Brighton today is as follows. In goal, we have number 1, Jordan Pickford. John Joe Kenny starts again after a promising display against Chelsea. Number 4, Mason Holgate. Number 5, Michael Keane. 6, Alan, fantastic to see him. Number 9, there he is. Dominic Calvert-Lewin is back in the squad, back in the starting 11. What a massive, massive boost that is for Everton and for the fans too. 11, Demarai Gray is back, also a brilliant player to see in that starting 11. 16, Abdoulaye Doucouré. 22, Ben Godfrey. 23, and captain Seamus Coleman, and another player who was superb against Chelsea. 24, young Anthony Gordon there. Let's have a look at your subs. Asmir Begovic, Luca Dean, Alex Iwobi, Andre Gomez, Jean-Philippe Gbamin, Salomon Rondon, Ellis Sims, fantastic to see him get a start for Everton a few weeks ago as well, young Lewis Dobbin and young Tyler Onyango as well. Let's have a look at the visitors today in Brighton. Robert Sanchez starts in goal, new signing Mark Cucurella, Adam Webster, Bissouma, Neil Mopai, Alexis McAllister, Leandro Trossard, Enoch Mwapu, Adam Lallana, who'll be looking to upset Blues after playing across the park for a good number of years, Dan Burn and Joel Veltman as well. Let's have a look at the bench for Brighton. Jason Steele, Tariq Lamptey, Pascal Gross, Jacob Moder, Stephen Alzati, Danny Welbeck, of course, scoring that late equaliser against Chelsea the other day, Solly March, Shane Duffy makes his return to Goodison Park, and Taylor Richards as well. So that is your team for Everton and your team for Brighton today as well. Let us know what you make of that one using hashtag EvertonLive. I'm sure there'll be people absolutely delighted to see DCL back in that starting 11. 4 changes from the side that faced Chelsea as well. So yeah, very much looking forward to this one now. I know the fans are going to be buzzing, but let's throw it back now to some of our best goals from last year.
Michael Keane for Everton. Decore can put it in. Has David De Gea just presented it straight to him. Richarlison is round the goalkeeper. Gomez fills it in. Oh, what a finish that is. Goal from distance. What about that? Oh, what about that? Damari Gray. Santos Townsend. Hits the bar, Richarlison.
Brilliant stuff. Always love looking back at the best of the goals from the previous year. What were your favourites in there? Let us know. Again, getting involved using hashtag Everton Live. Now, we did see a couple of goals against today's visitors, Brighton, as well. And that's actually the next VT that we've got for you here in the torrential rain at Goodison Park. It really, really is coming down. But yes, Brighton is the team that we faced today. And here's how we got on when we faced them earlier in the season away from home. Let's check it out.
Gray for Townsend. Townsend on his left foot. Good save, Sanchez. Goal bound, that one from Andros Townsend. He'd like a goal here. Got his first for the club in that League Cup game on Tuesday night. He'd love one in the Premier League for Everton. Here's Allen. Gray. Good run by Gray. He'll get a shot away, will he? He'll score for Everton! Demarai Gray! Brilliant! He's purposeful, he's direct, and he's lethal from that sort of range too. Allen. That's a good ball inside for Coleman, and Veltman came right across him, and that's an Everton penalty. Dominic Calvert-Lewin steps up. It's a short run up again, as it was at Leeds. Can he give Everton a 2-goal lead? He certainly can. Off to celebrate with the 3,000 Evertonians here on the South Coast. Dominic Calvert-Lewin dispatches it comprehensively enough. And a chance for Everton to break. It's 2 against 2 at the moment. Iwobi, can he find Richarlison? He can. Can he get a shot away? He can, but he screws it wide. Maybe just slightly off-balanced and put off by the challenge that came in. Iwobi. And he brings in Demarai Gray. Doucouré continues his run. It's a great run too, into the penalty area. Can he finish it? Good save, Sanchez. Gray. Doucouré could really have sealed it for Everton. He cut inside, got his shot away. Good save by the Brighton keeper. And then again at the feet of Demarai Gray.
Well, we'll certainly be hoping for more of the same as that today when we face Brighton, and of course as well Dominic Calvert-Lewin there on the score sheet. We're so eager to see him back in that blue shirt and hopefully see him back on the score sheet today. But here is another pre-record from earlier. I spoke to Bridget Bryson from the Atlanta Evertonians. I am delighted to be joined by Bridget Bryson from the Atlanta Evertonians. Bridget, thank you so much for joining us here today. How excited are you to be here at Goodison Park ahead of this one?
I am ridiculously excited. My husband keeps telling me to calm down. It's been about 30 years since I was at a game.
Wow.
And I used to come every game.
Yes.
So it's pretty exciting.
Oh my gosh, 30 years. I've been struggling, I think, for the past sort of 3 weeks without getting to a game. So it must be really, really special for you. And, you know, this stadium, Goodison Park, we're only going to be here for a few more years. Just how special is it to be here and experience a Premier League game here?
Well, that was one of the things, you know, was to make sure I came here before we moved.
Yeah.
And normally, it was kind of nice not having to get up at 5 a.m. though to go watch it in the pub. So, but no, it's just so exciting to come here, see the old lady and be a part of things today.
Oh, I love it. Well, we're absolutely delighted to have you here. And, you know, something I've got to say, I absolutely admire the dedication and commitment to getting up at 5 a.m. to watch the Blues. You know, you must have got up at 5 a.m. sometimes and seen us lose and thought, you know,
yeah.
it takes some dedication, that.
It does. We live about 45 minutes from Limerick Junction, which is
nice.
the pub we go to. But the Atlanta Evertonians chairman, Steve Landy, would be very angry if I didn't mention his name. And he gives us a lot of, well, should we say grief if we don't make it? So we make it, and our son joins us there. And no, it's just an event. Every match day, we're all there, flags flying.
I love that. Steve, good man. Rallying the troops together and getting all the Evertonians there. It's fantastic. Keep up the great work. And to all you Atlanta Evertonians as well, we absolutely love the sport. We definitely feel it. The players definitely feel it. And, you know, in America, we saw the Florida Cup take place in the summer.
I was there.
Amazing. Well, tell us a little bit about that.
Well, it was just, I mean, first of all, just seeing all the other Evertonians literally landing at the airport in Orlando looking for Everton jerseys. I mean, that in itself. I went with my son and 2 young friends from Atlanta, and they'd never seen Everton play live, ever.
Wow.
So, I mean, they were literally tearful.
Oh.
And just the singing and the dancing. and the drinking. It was a good time was had by all.
I absolutely loved that, and I think it's something that we can maybe take for granted a little bit, just being able to come and watch Everton play and how close we are. That as you said, there actual tears of joy being able to watch Everton play, and that just shows, doesn't it, that the passion people have for this club. Doesn't matter where you are in the world. And the Atalanta Evertonians, tell us a little bit about you as a group.
So we're a big mix, probably half and half between expatriates and Americans, most of whom who picked up Everton, a variety of reasons. We've got a lot of people who found us because of Tim Howard.
Of course, yes.
Several because of Landon Donovan.
Yep.
Also a lot because they didn't want a bandwagon club, and we're like, do we have a club for you? And we used to be in a pub that was actually, they invited the other shower across the park to be at our pub. And so they actually paid us a stipend as an apology for inviting them. And we took it for about half a season, and we're like, no, we're out of here.
Yeah.
So we actually have one of our members, and her husband manages a small pub.
Yeah.
They invited us to go there, Limerick Junction. So we now have our own official pub. We are actually, I believe, the biggest, or at least one of the very biggest supporters clubs in the United States.
Amazing.
And we're pretty proud of that.
Atlanta, we love you. Limerick Junction, love it, and hope you're all watching today, tuning in, and hopefully
They better had been.
Yeah,
I told them I'm on.
If they don't, Bridget, then you need to have a word.
I'll have a word.
But the support's amazing, and in terms of today's game, can you give us a score prediction? How do you see this one going today?
No.
You're not going to...
No. And you know what? I never have, and I never will.
Yeah.
No.
No, I'll respect that, and I'll leave it with this, though, Bridget. We hope it's a win for you.
Absolutely.
We hope you get to see some drama and some goals in the Gladys Street and everything that will make this quintessentially Everton for you. So
yes, please.
Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for all your support and all your support back in Atlanta. Enjoy the game, and there's plenty more coming for you on Everton Live. What a character Bridget is. Absolutely loved her. And a massive shout out to the Atlanta Evertonians who hopefully are watching Everton Live here today. Excuse the show today. Snods was due to be with us, but has unfortunately got a cold. So it's just me taking you through it today. And the next VT we have for you is the story so far with Bramley Moore Dock.
Monday the 26th of July 2021 was a momentous day for Everton Football Club. Having gained unanimous approval for its new stadium plans from Liverpool City Council 5 months earlier, it was the day that enabling works at Bramley Moore Dock finally began. The new stadium, a 52,888 capacity venue on the banks of the River Mersey, will not only provide Everton with one of the most state-of-the-art, most sustainable and most inclusive stadiums in the UK, it will also be transformative for North Liverpool. Everton Chairman Bill Kenwright and CEO Professor Denise Barrett-Baxendale were among the guests at a groundbreaking ceremony in early August that formally declared the stadium build underway. Over the coming years, the project will create 15,000 jobs and deliver a £1.3 billion boost to the economy. It will also accelerate the £650 million Liverpool Waters and 10 Streets developments. It's estimated more than £255 million will be spent through the local supply chains during the construction phase. And council tax receipts will be boosted by £2.1 million and business rates income by £1.7 million as a result of the stadium. Once built, Everton's new home will attract an extra 1.4 million visitors to the city, providing a significant boost to the area's flourishing tourism industry. The completion of Bramley Moore Dock will also signal the start of work on the Goodison Legacy project, a community-led legacy development at Goodison Park that will allow the club to build on the life-changing and life-saving work of its official charity, Everton in the Community. An outline planning application that could include high-quality and affordable housing, a multi-purpose health centre, community-led retail spaces, a youth enterprise zone, and facilities offering access to other health and social provision was also approved in February of this year. Together, the two projects, the stadium and the Goodison Legacy, received overwhelming support from the people of Liverpool. Since work began in July, the appearance of Bramley Moor Dock has altered significantly. Heritage assets have been painstakingly removed and put into storage, while below the waterline, work was carried out to protect the dock walls. Marine and bird life has been safely relocated to neighbouring docks and waterways. A number of derelict warehouses on the site have been demolished, and land on all 4 elevations of the site have been remediated. One of the biggest milestones came on the 1st of October when the infilling of the dock began. 480,000 cubic metres of sand were required to fill the dock in its entirety, or the same amount it would take to fill 185 Olympic-sized swimming pools. In mid-November, the first sand broke through the surface and became visible at the southwestern edge of the dock. As the days went by, the sandbank grew, and by early December there was no water at all remaining in Bramley Moor Dock. That meant compaction could begin, a process that will see more sand added to the dock basin and then compressed until the infill is complete. While that happens, the drilling of some 2,500 20-metre deep supporting piles will also continue. These piles will eventually be capped to form the stadium substructure itself. And talking of stadium structures, the very first precast concrete elements of the stadium were installed in late 2021, paving the way for Everton's new home to truly begin taking shape in 2022.
I tell you what, you can't help but smile when you see that footage and you see what we're in the process of building, and now that it's tangible, you can see what's starting to happen with it. It is just so exciting. Cannot wait to be there, but also equally do not want to leave this place. Now, earlier I spoke to former Everton player Michael Branch about his latest role with Everton in the community. Welcome back to Everton Live, and I am absolutely delighted to be joined by Mike. Mike, thank you for joining us here on Everton Live ahead of this game versus Brighton. Now, you're about to start a new role with Everton in the community, if you care to tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, I mean, at the minute I'm a support worker. I've been working within the community for about 3 years now, but I'm going to start former players coordinator, so look after our former players. I think the club want a big push now with the former players, so I'm looking forward to it.
That's brilliant, and you know, so many fantastic former players here at Everton Football Club as well, and we know of course the money that's in the game now as well is much different than it used to be, so it's fantastic that you're working and supporting the former players. Can you tell us a little bit more about that role?
Yeah, I mean, it's a new role, so it's in its early stages, but it's just the club want to look after the former players, so however we can help them, whether it's financially or anything, just we're going to start with just some coffee mornings, get them together and just see what they need.
That's it, it's brilliant stuff. Now, in terms of today's game, Brighton, it's a really important one. Obviously, Everton have had a bit of a mixed season, started so well, tailed off in recent months. It's been a difficult time, but how much would a win mean to Everton today?
Yeah, we need a win today, definitely. I mean, we should be beating the likes of Brighton. As much as this chief executive of Brighton's a good friend of mine. But,
hope he's not watching this.
Yeah, I hope he's not watching it. I'm going to catch up with him later, but we should be beating them. As you say, we had a great start and we've been struggling a little bit lately, so 3 points today, I'm sure.
Brilliant. So what, can I get a score prediction from you? Can I push you for one?
3-1.
3-1?
3-1 to the Blues.
I love that. We'll take that. Well, Mike, thank you so much and best of luck with your new role with Everton in the community. Yeah, it's brilliant stuff. Lovely talking to Michael earlier and fantastic to see Everton involved with the former players as well. But from former players to current ones, well, from current ones to brand new ones, we've just signed left-back, Ukrainian left-back, Mykolenkos from Dynamo Kiev. So here is his first interview since joining the Toffees.
Vitaly, welcome to the club. How does it feel to say you're an Everton player?
Дякую. Я почуваю себе дуже добре, і я щасливий бути у цьому клубі. І я буду намагатися зробити все можливе, щоб вигравати кожен матч в цій футболці.
What most excites you about joining Everton?
Мене хвилює дуже велика відповідальність перед вболівальниками, тому що я бачив останні декілька ігор на Goodison Park, і це неймовірно. Неймовірні фанати, перед якими я дуже відчуваю відповідальність.
Why do you feel it's the right time to make this move to leave your homeland and a club you've been with all your life?
Действительно, мне очень было сложно решиться на этот шаг. Это большой и важный шаг в моей жизни, и я считаю, что я должен дальше расти, и такая лига, как АПЛ, это очень большой прыжок в моем карьерном росте. Я надеюсь, что я здесь буду помогать команде.
You're still young, only 22, so do you feel you can reach your full potential with Everton?
Мне 22, и я не чувствую себя молодым. Я уже имел опыт на европейском уровне, и я надеюсь, что мой молодой возраст это только будет в помощь команде.
And you're giving up Champions League football in the short term, so why were you prepared to do that? What was the main attraction for you to join Everton?
Но сейчас весной Динамо Киев не будет играть в Лиге Чемпионов, поэтому я не ушел с Лиги Чемпионов. И в будущем я считаю, что такая команда, как Эвертон, с большими традициями и с большими амбициями, я думаю, что здесь я вырасту как футболист, как личность и буду также помогать команде.
Mykolenko, the brand new Everton signing, and he will be paraded on the pitch just before kick-off today. So make sure you stay tuned for that, because we will be streaming that and bringing that to you. And already we're seeing loads and loads of comments coming from Ukraine. I've had loads of people on my Twitter and stuff from the Ukraine in support of Mykolenko. So fantastic, and hopefully we'll see him in a blue shirt, sooner rather than later. But now for our next VT, the last game at Goodison, which feels like a lifetime ago now, and what a belter it was. It was Arsenal, it was 2-1, Damari Gray screamer in the last minute. Let's have a little reminisce about it now.
Andros Townsend on free kick duty. Townsend steps up into Richarlison. Everton do lead. Perfect timing before the break. Are they deeming Richarlison to be offside here? And that is the case. The goal will be ruled out. What a huge disappointment for Everton. On by Xhaka for Lacazette, now Tierney. Got the look of the bobble there, and Odegaard has scored. Arsenal had a bit of fortune the way Tierney was able to deliver. It seemed to run away from him, but he got the ball into the box, puts it home. Allen. Oh, he's got it through to Doucouré. Doucouré might have a crack here. He uses Richarlison, big chance, big goal. Everton level. And here we go again, checking for a possible offside. Surely they can't rule this out. This is the finest of finest margins. Will he hit one? Left-footed effort blocked, picked up by Gray. He goes for goal off the crossbar, and Richarlison heads home this time. Surely this one counts. Third time lucky. Gomez for Damari Gray. Gray still will have a crack at goal. Oh, Damari Gray wins it for Everton, surely. What a strike. A thunderbolt from Gray. a winner for Everton.
Oh, what a fantastic game that was. I think in the footage of the highlights, you can just hear me screaming throughout the whole thing from just behind the goal when that Demarai Gray rocket went in. But no, it's fantastic, and we'll be hoping for a same result today and a win here at Everton. Dominic Calvert-Lewin is back in the starting 11 today, but here he is with Dylan as part of Everton's Blue Crimbo campaign.
Is that Dylan?
Yeah. Bloody hell.
Dylan's determination is an inspiration to us all. He's had a really tough time this year and he thinks he's going to be catching up with the physios from Alder Hey. But little does he know, he's going to be having a conversation with me. Let's see how it goes. Hello?
Hello.
Is that Dylan?
Yeah. Bloody hell.
How's it going? Okay.
Yeah, mate.
Okay. Did you think you was on the phone to Alder Hey today?
Yeah.
Hopefully it's a nice surprise for you.
Yeah.
What have you been up to today?
I've had witness visuals come and see me,
Yeah.
and I've just been doing nothing then.
Just chilling. I've been the same. I've been off training today. I'll hopefully be back in training with the team next week and hopefully playing Boxing Day. First game back.
Yep, we need you back.
Definitely need you back, Dom.
I can't wait. See a nice Christmas tree in the back there.
Oh yeah, the Christmas tree. Oh, that was the wife positioning it nicely so you can see the nice tree. Was that the longest you've been out through injury then, Dom?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I've never really suffered with muscle injury since I did a little bit when I was a kid, but it's the first time my body's really let me down. So it's difficult because you footy's my purpose in it, and I do it every. So it's been difficult at times to get so close to coming back as well, and then re-injury. That's what's been difficult this time round. But how are you feeling, Dylan?
But better.
Feeling better?
Yeah.
Got Christmas to look forward to, haven't we?
Yeah.
And some more positive results from the Toffees.
Hopefully, yeah.
Fingers crossed. Are you missing your mates, Dylan? Have you been able to see them?
I've seen one a few weeks ago whilst on like weekend leave, but I haven't really seen any more.
Seen any more? Have you? What about school? When are you expected to be back at school?
Like mid-January.
Oh, class! That'll be nice, won't it? Get back in the playground and play some footy.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
No,
what the fuck got?
Sorry, yeah, American Bulldog.
Have you? Oh, I had one, my dad had one of those when I was younger.
Belle, want to see Dom? Come here. Come here.
Well, oh, class. How old?
8.
Wow. I've got 2 little sausage dogs now and don't quite compare.
Have you?
Well, we have got a little surprise for you. You know, you're saying you're going to the Brighton game. USM Partners have invited you as VIP to the Brighton game to enjoy some hospitality.
Nice.
So you'll get well looked after at the Brighton game at Goodison. Be a nice occasion. I'll be back playing. And
that's what we want. Thanks, Dom.
Thanks.
No problem at all. Not lovely to meet you, and I'm glad that you're on the mend.
Thanks.
Have a good Christmas.
Thanks.
And you.
Thanks, Dom.
Thanks.
No probs.
Well, the brolly's gone. The rain has stopped for now, which is absolutely brilliant to see. Delighted to be joined by Siobhan Duran and Jazz Mal as well, who are here from the Everton Fans Forum. Now, I'm going to start with you, Siobhan. Some fantastic news came about, I believe it was last week, Boxing Day. Everton have become the first Premier League club to be officially affiliated with Her Game 2 movement. If you just want to tell us a little bit about this campaign.
Yeah. It's an absolutely fantastic campaign, and Her Game 2 started. It was around 12 female fans in around May time where they did the campaign that went viral. I don't know if you saw it, where they put up the different sort of experience that they'd had as female fans within football. Jazz and I had conversations with them a couple of times, but a fan reached out to us on the back of our Evertonians Game to Take campaign to ask us to reach out to Her Game 2 and see if they could do something in collaboration with us and the club. So that's what we did. So a number of meetings that we had, and then we introduced them obviously to the club, and then the first pledge, the Premier League, to do that is fantastic, because there's no room for any form of discrimination within football. And what Her Game 2 do, obviously they campaign against sexism in football, but it's about education as well, and about online abuse as well as at the game, and it's about the women's game, but also about female fans in the men's game as well.
Absolutely, it's fantastic, and I certainly can resonate with having received certain comments and things like that. Sadly it's just so common, and you'll be the same as well, Siobhan. Whether that's working with the women's team or being a fan of the men's team, it's still very much rife, and it's fantastic to see Everton Football Club again, the first again to get involved with such a fantastic campaign. And we spoke about Evertonians Against Hate as well. Now, Charles, thank you for joining us as well, and you're massively involved with that campaign as well, aren't you?
Yeah, so that's another forum initiative, obviously led by Siobhan, and she joined the forum this year, and it's just a public stance really that says that football is everyone's game. It's not just for a certain section. Everybody should be able to go to the game, enjoy it, have fun, and just embrace what it's all about. And I mean, Her Game 2, brilliant announcement. 2 strong Evertonians here. Absolutely amazing to see us here representing the strong. Since we've been doing it this season, we've had the pictures on the Jumbotron screens around the ground. We've done work with Everton Disabled Sports Association, and also with the Rainbow Toffees around the Rainbow Laces campaign. So this isn't the end of it. It's something that's going to be definitely continuing this season and on to the next few seasons as well. Aiming around topical dates and whatever else, but with Siobhan at the helm, we're going to do fantastically out of it.
Well, the pair of you are both absolutely fantastic. It's brilliant to see you representing our club so well, and with such passion and making that positive change. And Siobhan, with the Her Game 2 movement as well, the actual day that it got announced, I believe, was massive, wasn't it? Because it marked was it the biggest attendance women's football game in 1921? There was 53,000 people at this very place, Goodison Park. Before it was later to go on to be banned. Women's football was banned. This isn't even that long ago. This is how big of a problem it is. 53,000. That's 14,000 or so more than will be here today. It's women, are forced to be reckoned with, and more needs to be done, doesn't it? And this will help do that, this movement.
Definitely. I mean, when you think about that 53,000 back then and the FA banning it in December of 1921, you think, where could the women's game have gone if that hadn't have happened? But we are where we are now. We've actually got Her Game 2. I've got Marva now, who's an Everton fan, who's part of the organisation as well. So she's going to be working closely with us too. But yeah, it's really important, and I've been coming to Goodison since I was 8 years old. There are a lot of fantastic fans. I mean, yesterday, unfortunately, on social media, I was subject to some online sexist abuse. But the rallying behind of a lot of Everton fans and the direct messages and the support that I've had from fans across the world has actually been fantastic to show that there's a lot of support behind this movement, and it really is Her Game 2.
It is, absolutely, and I think it's fantastic. And as I said, I'm so proud to see you, flying the flag, and Everton getting involved is fantastic. And the same with you as well, Jazz. As I said, the pair of you represent the club so well, and there's no room for discrimination, is it? We're Everton. It's the people's club. It's all inclusive, and we've got to do what we can to stamp all this hate out.
That's it, and you strong ladies are where it's going at the moment. I bring my daughter to the game. I would bring my wife, but she's a Charlton fan, so at least it's the right colour red as opposed to
it's not them.
The filth over the roads. But you know what? It's wrong.
Yeah.
Everybody, regardless of any protected characteristics, deserves to go and watch the team they love and support it well. And that's exactly what this campaign that Siobhan started is all about.
Yeah. Well, honestly, the pair of you, as I keep saying, so proud of you both, and keep flying those flags high and doing what you're doing. And in terms of the game today, we're back at Goodison Park after a long time. I know. How are we feeling about this one? We've got to win it, haven't we?
I'm going 2-0.
2-0, we've had 2-0. Ronnie Goodler said 2-0.
I was going to say 2-0 or 2-1, but obviously right on the back of the door with Chelsea. I know we do at Chelsea, but hopefully with DCL back, I'm really hoping that he fires and gets at least a brace. And he's in my fantasy football team as well. I'll put him back in as captain, so come on, DCL.
Dom, you're captain in Siobhan's fantasy football, lad. You've got to score a goal for us today. But Siobhan, Jazz, thank you so much for joining us here on Everton Live, and I'm sure we'll see plenty more from you in the future as well. But that brings us to the end of Everton Live, this, for the first show of 2022. Now, at this point, we always pay tribute to the Evertonians that we lost, sadly, in the previous calendar year. So Everton Football Club and everybody involved here is sending out love to everybody that we sadly lost in 2021. All that's left to say is goodbye and enjoy today's game. See you next time on Everton Live.